Hello all, Zysas here. We're just bringing a quick replay review because my Raider focused guide content is taking a little bit longer. I had originally intended to do just a Dreadshaw Raider content, but I think it's more fair at the moment to split them into Nautilus and Demo Cannon, and because the Demo Cannon's going to take up so much time, and those videos are just taking a little bit longer than I had hoped to come together. Should have them done on the weekend, I think. But in the meantime, we're just going to go through a quick replay of a random base that I run into in the Brittle Queue. At the moment, this particular loadout is a Nautilus hybrid. It's got magnetic link instead of a cooldown, I believe, at this point. Anyway, we're just getting started. There's clearly marked tombs somewhere along here, because of course there is. We're going up here. This is a large map from what I recall, so there should be three, but I don't think I find the third one. These two are marked. No, I do find the third one. I remember where it is now. So I'm just double checking the path backwards here to make sure that it is not like something that I just missed that was like on the edge or something. But anyway, yeah. I figure I can always check for a third tomb later if I don't find it. Go up here and there's the third tomb. So it's the right decision. I jump over that. I really don't need to. We come in here, we see this, we see this. I start thinking that it's probably just a fairly basic base. And then we come around this corner here. And I'm clearly seeing now that it is a giant killbox. And I'm just trying to like find where I need to go. And I die. So that's very chaotic. A lot of those things require you to keep moving, and if you keep moving you should be safe, relatively safe. The enforcers in particular are the things that will get you if you are still moving. But if I can just find the exit, I should be able to just run straight to the exit with no issue. So I'm trying to find where that is again, checking these corners. Clearly there's no hole in any of those corners, and as I said, killed by an enforcer. I'm starting to think at this point that I need to kill everything in this room in order to fully check it, because I do not know where the exit is. Do I swap my loadouts? If it's not this life, it will be next life. Yeah, okay, so swap to dual gun. I'm more familiar with dual gun. Most of the threats in here are guards. Looks like the whole guard budget is pretty much in that one room. And obviously, still need Vault Lancer for dealing with the Plasma Sentinels. And I missed so many shots there. That was dumb. I'm trying to hit the cannon on the cannonback's back, which can be problematic. And I wasn't quick enough to get away from the enforcer there. That was just silly. Now we're trying it again. Okay. Backing up after I kill one enforcer. Just trying to stop it. Trying to stop the other enforcer from killing me. Because I actually am not that afraid of the cannon back because of the cubes around me. They kind of fall into that. I get the cannon back, so I've got the three directly in front of me. I'm trying to inch forward so I can just get one, if at all possible, and not get the plasma sentinels just yet. Get that. Okay, so I've got basically everything on this back wall. There's a couple things on these pillars here, if I remember correctly, including that one there. So at this point I notice the bombs on the roof. But I'm just trying to leave my ammo somewhere I can grab it and try and sneak back out. And I think if I had grappled before I hit the ground, I probably could have survived that, because I would have been further down. The animation playing because I fell too far is probably what killed me there. At this point, I give up on that, because technically I could do it. You just need to keep moving and constantly be firing, but it is kind of dangerous, and it is harder to aim those shots when there's a lot of armored creatures. And I'm pretty comfortable with dual sword, so I figured I'd give that a go. And it's here that I noticed that the sides and back guards don't have armor on them, which would have made the gun a lot more easier. Until I can get those enforcers down, this room is very dangerous. And I don't even need to get all of them, just some or most. This one's going to be a fail again, I'm pretty sure. Just the same basic idea. But I at least understand that I need to get the enforcers. And yeah, that's a little bit too close to that plasma sentinel, so when it fired it immediately hit me, even though I was moving forward. And to this point, I realized that I'm gonna make a mistake on this room. There's too much in this room. I'm probably going to make some mistakes here. I believe I throw down my Phoenix pod, because if I can clear as much as I did last time in one life... Nope, still forgot it. Right, I noticed the blue in the corner and thought it was the exit, and it was not. Yeah, all four corners have blue sections so that they look like the exit, but only one of them is. It's a smart little trick. Anyway, Phoenix pod, buffed Phoenix pods too, so there's two of them. The main plus side of using dual sword here instead of dual gun is that the actual attack animation puts you in a different position, which messes with the guard attacks. I really don't know how that thing killed me, because it should have fallen down into the slopes, but... you know, it happens. Cannonbacks are insane. Now we've got pretty much all the guards dead, so I'm starting to clear off these plasma sentinels. Plasma sentinel, plasma sentinel. Just constantly moving. I don't want to backtrack, and I'd never want to be in a direct line from where the plasma sentinel is. This is the reason you don't just use plasma sentinels. But you could do something similar with basically any weapon. A lot of these would be easier to kill with Bolt Lancer. There we go. I believe that's everything. Oh, besides the bomb traps on the roof. So I'm going to start checking these corners and finding out that they are all just traps. Yeah, not too sure on these little stands. I think it might honestly be better to give a lot of these guards short leash, so that they can actually stand on the thing and maybe have dead man switch. But because like you're funneling them towards where the player is coming from, this is a massive funnel that points at the entranceway. But it works well enough. It got me, what, 9 times? And forced me to swap to dual sword out of all the loadouts I could have tried for it. I do think dual gun is probably easier for most players to beat that because the things around the edges aren't armored. I'm significantly more familiar with dual sword. Now, I'm pretty sure that's a holo cube, but it's not yet because the sword's not showing the launch indicator. And it's just a secret exit. I believe I check for... Yeah, I just quickly check the menu to see if there's any tombs that I missed. But that was this map. I quite enjoyed it. It's obviously big old killbox thing, but depending on your definition of killbox, I think this one was actually quite well thought out. The pattern and showing signs of things like where they've put the armor all towards the front, where it's easier for you to deal with them, so that the armor makes it more difficult, so that it looks really dangerous, but the actual ones at the back are all unarmored to save on points. All just like really good decisions, and I think there were some like random armor placements in the back as well, so that you're not just completely able to mow through them if you can get to them. I am sure that there's probably some other designs. I would have thought there would have been more deadman switch here. It is odd to try and force everything towards the center when the player isn't necessarily going to be in the center. And the plasma sentinels, a lot of them aren't actually... The plasma sentinels are forcing you to run around, to constantly run around, and there's enough of them that you can't easily just deal with them while you're under threat. But most of them are a little bit too close to the center, I would say. I think if I was to try and improve this, I would probably put more plasma sentinels closer to the edges and corners, so that when you're running around, you end up running towards them more often, as opposed to currently it's all towards the center, where the center is all corrosive cubes, so you can't really go back that way. With some exceptions, you could probably arc barrier and do some shenanigans, and obviously once you work out where the exit is, I think you could just speedrun this and just run through that room pretty easily. It's just that I could not work that out, so I had to actually clear it. Okay, anyway, that's it for me for today. I will be back on the weekend, I believe, to do at least one of a Nautilus or Demo Cannon guide, possibly both, we will see. But I shall see you then.